Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I saw the video up there, and Stan, you're watching, but every time Stan came to the ballpark, he didn't come often, but every time I made a point to go shake his hand, I hit a home run. What a wonderful man. We miss you. I'm standing here because of all of you, Cardinal Nation. Let me tell you a little story how I got here. 97, I was about to be traded. It was the end of July. I was going through a really, really tough stretch. And we all know as hitters, when you're going through a tough stretch, you never think there's an end to it at all. Well, I heard people chirping and talking and saying there's a possible trade to St. Louis. I really didn't know what to expect. From a Southern California kid, I thought, man, I'm going to go back play in Southern California. We fly all the way back from New York. Meanwhile, all I'm thinking about is how terrible I am at the plate at this time. I think I was maybe 2 for 30 on that road trip. That's not too good. On July 31st, driving across the Bay Bridge, I got a phone call from a really good friend of mine I respect and love dearly, Walt Jockety, who is here, came in. Walt, please stand up. So Walt's on the phone because I was a 10-5 player. 10-5 player means I had the right to nix any kind of trade deal, meaning 10 years in the big leagues, 5 consecutive with one team. So I was pretty lucky, so I could nix any trade. But Walt kept talking, saying, "You don't understand, Mark. Your second dad wants you to come play for him again." And that would be Tony La Russa. But I sat back and I said, "Hey, Walt," I said, if I go there, I'm going to be a rental. I'm going to play the season out, and I'm going to go to free agency. He says, "That's okay." He says, "Your dad will take care of everything." So, obviously, I accepted the trade. I did. I personally knew I needed a change. I didn't know how good of a change it was going to be, but I knew I needed a change. So, accept the trade. I have a 5 o'clock flight in the morning from San Francisco to Philadelphia. Again, one day back from the East Coast, I got to fly all the way back and meet him in Philadelphia. Flying, game's at 7:05. I'm thinking I'm going to land around, 5:30. There's no chance I'm going to play today. That's the way I'm thinking. Plus, Tony knows how bad I'm going. Well, nope, I was wrong. Landed about 5:30, picked me up from the airport, got to the stadium, Veterans Stadium, around 6:15. There my name was in the lineup. You know how dads can be. Dads can be very demanding. So, anyways, so I'm playing, and I actually told him, I said, "Tony, I'm not going too well." And he says, "You're in the lineup." They always say, fathers knows best. It didn't go very well. Finished the road trip. I was still in this horrendous slump. Didn't really know what to expect. coming to St. Louis. But you showed me on August 8th. So as that night went, I'm going to the ballpark, first time in Busch Stadium as a professional player, and I'm driving with all these thoughts through my head. You know, what do the Cardinal fans think about this trade? McGwire's horrible right now. They give up 3 players for this guy that has he's 5 for 50. What are they doing? I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to get out of this slump? All these things were in my head until that first at bat. When they announced my name, 38,300 of you stood up, and it felt like a 10-minute standing ovation. So I back out of the box, and I'm saying, this is crazy. This doesn't happen to a ball player that's going 5 for 50. But well, that's what I found out, yes. The feeling that I had is a feeling that I will never, ever forget. That moment, right then, that moment, I knew this was the place that I wanted to be. The way you embraced me, the way you brought me in like family. This is family. This is the Midwest. This is Cardinal Nation. It meant the world to me. I believe Walt, 3-4 weeks later, we ended up signing a 3-year deal. Stay here and no more, take the label off of being a rental. That's how much you meant to me. And you are paying me back to put me in here, and I cannot thank you enough. So, after signing the deal, all of us couldn't imagine what was going to happen in the years to come. Think about 98. Yeah, it was. Think about 98, it was very historical. From the first home run on March 31st to that historical week, September 5th, 7th, and 8th. 5th was number 60. September 7th, number 61 on my father's 61st birthday. And unfortunately, my parents couldn't be here today. It's too tough for my father to travel, but they're here in heart. And I cannot thank my father for the great work ethic, great genetics, the great support from my mother. I love them, and I'll see you when I get back home. And then how can we not forget September 8th, number 62. And, it's a date in history that we'll always remember where we were on that date when I hit that home run. But how can we not forget picking up my son, Matthew, who's here with me. Stand up, Matt. And to go into the final weekend where he actually went ahead of me for one inning. And I remember that out there on that Friday night, and I heard the crowd watching television in Busch Stadium, and I heard a, oh. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. I said, I got to turn it into another gear. An inning later, I tied it with 66. Tony and I had talks about what we're going to do Saturday and Sunday, and he goes, you're playing. I said, Father knows best. So I had to, I actually had to tap into a part of my mind that I thought I never could tap into, and hitting 5 or 4 the next 2 days to end up with 70. And I couldn't have done it with all you guys. The most special thing about what I just said, these dates, these were special events that were all done in front of you, Cardinal Nation. I could not imagine doing it anywhere else. And I also couldn't imagine not doing it with my friends and family, close friends and family. They're here today, Jim, Shauna, Rob, Ron, everybody. It's fantastic. Thanks for coming. My brother Dan flew in with his wife. Thank you for coming. All my teammates, Rick Ankill's here, guys. Thank you very much. My coaches, Joe Patini showed up, trainer Barry Weinberg. Thank you very much. I mean, we had such a good run. I cannot thank you enough for all the support. But also, St. Lucie also gave me more than just great baseball memories. You allowed me to meet my beautiful wife, Stephanie. Who in turn turned into 5 other children. Max and Mason, Marlo, Monet, and Monroe. Why don't you all stand up and show everybody. I could not be more proud to be a part of this prestigious group of men in Cardinal history. And to go in with Tim and Pepper upstairs watching, and your beautiful family here accepting. Congratulations. What an awesome day. To Bill DeWitt, all the Cardinal owners, all the Cardinal front office, Mo, Gersh, everybody. Brian, the Hall of Fame staff. Thank you so much. Oh, by the way, we had a hell of a run in 2011, didn't we? To think in 1997, a Southern California kid had no idea he was going to spend the greatest 4.5 years of his life with you all. I am humbled, I am honored, and I will wear this jacket with so much pride. Thank you very, very much.